What's up YouTube, this is RL Yoshi as usual. I'm Max, bringing you Let's Play Fallout 3. Last time, we went off to Little Lamplight, figured out how we're going to get through the vault, but we also got a radio signal from Amada back in the vault, saying that she needed help, and her father was gone mad with power. So we've come here. But before we go in, dog meat. Stay here. Have your companions stay here, because it is entirely possible, due to a glitch, that when you go in to do this quest, I'll explain when we get there, but they can do something that would make it, not work. This door looks pretty familiar. We don't look so familiar. Are they even gonna... I guess my face isn't covered. They'll probably recognize me, more or less. Now I have to figure out what's going on in here. And I see a red signal already. Radroach? Hopefully just Radroach. Yeah, just Radroach. Hey, man. Left leg's crippled. How about the entire body? Alright. Get going through here.
Stop right there. I don't know how you got in here, but... Hold on. Wait a minute. It's you! I hardly recognized you with all the dust and grime from out there. Guess that explains how you got that door open. You've got more experience with it than most everyone down here combined.
I need to talk with Amada. I got her message.
Amada's message? I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd keep that under your hat for her sake. She could get in real trouble if people found out she sent you a message. So could I, just for talking with you now.
I mean, I just had a hunch she was in trouble.
Maybe. She isn't the only one, that's for sure. Ever since last night, it's been madness down here. Nothing but trouble.
What's happened down here since I left?
Everything went crazy is what happened. Your dad opened that door, bugs started attacking, and people started going crazy. When the smoke cleared, there were a lot of casualties and not many answers. Didn't help that our doctor had just left either.
Dad would be horrified to know all that, if he were still alive.
I'm sorry to hear that. Regardless of how things turned out down here, he was a good friend. I always figured he'd do well outside. Matter of fact, a lot of folks started thinking he had the right idea. He usually did. So, if it was safe out there, why stay down here forever? Well, the Overseer didn't like that one bit, and started cracking down on that sort of thought. Guess he didn't plan on you coming back.
So what now?
I probably ought to put you under arrest and take you into the Overseer, but frankly, I know better than to try that. Meanwhile, some of your old friends think opening the vault is a good idea. I bet those rebels would like a word with you, now more than ever. Of course, if you want, you can just walk away as if you were never here. Out of respect for your dad, I won't even tell anyone I saw you.
Wait, why don't the rebels just leave?
It's not that they want to leave. It's that they want to open the door and interact with the rest of the world. But that would risk the whole vault.
Can you lead me somewhere?
I guess you've had a lot on your mind since you were here last. Where do you want to go?
I need to see Amada. Lead me to her.
Okay. Follow me.
This is the quest Trouble on the Home Front. We're going to learn a bit more about what's going on. Currently all we know is that some people want to leave the vault. Presumably the Overseer and some other people want to keep everyone in here because otherwise there'd be danger. We got to figure out what the best course of action is. I mean, let's be honest, it's certainly dangerous outside the vault. But is it really that dangerous?
Wait here. This doesn't look good.
You know I can't do that, Freddy. Now get back down below before I have to do something we'll both regret.
What? You gonna lock me up like you did to Broch? You can't cage a tunnel snake, man, because we rule!
Stay back!
You don't belong here anymore. I really shouldn't be seen talking with you, you know. What do you want?
For one thing, why did you just say you don't belong here anymore? Freaking glitches. I keep doing this. Sorry. Something's supposed to be happening.
Taylor, stop shooting, damn it!
Motherfucker.
Don't you know enough to stay away?
You almost shot Freddy!
I didn't mean to fire. I really didn't. I just wanted to scare him off. But he had a knife. I can't be too careful with those rebels.
Tell me about the rebels.
I tell you, I'm scared of them. I never know when they're gonna try something dangerous.
What happened down here?
I lost my poor wife Agnes is what happened. And all the chaos and fighting, her old ticker just couldn't take it anymore.
I have to go now.
Yes, you do.
Screw you, man. I'm gonna keep following Gomez. Gomez is a good guy. Yeah, even though Gomez is being friendly, there's like a glitch or something where if you approach him, his like idle chat or whatever is like, you don't belong here, what are you doing here, etc. It's a relatively old game, so does not quite look like we're here yet, so where'd you go? Are you just leaving? Alright, guess you took me where I was supposed to go. Alright. Amada. Where are you, Amada? You're probably through the only door we can actually open.
You never should have left, kid. Now we'll make sure nobody ever leaves again.
Oh, excuse me, buddy? Excuse me?
What's the matter, huh? Can't stand the sight of your own blood?
Yeah, probably should have killed this guy earlier. Jail cell password. Give me your rounds and screw the other stuff. I hope that doesn't get me in trouble. Really hope that doesn't get me in trouble. Might need to reload a save, but as long as nobody else turns hostile towards me, we're all good. I can pick this lock. Isn't there someone in there? I don't know who that is. Can I get on this computer? Unlock cell door. Yeah, this must be what the password is for. I'm gonna pick the lock. Mr. Broch.
It's been a while, kid. I guess the goat couldn't have predicted how you'd turn out, could it? Remind me to add a question about rescuing your teacher from the vault jail. If the vault ever goes back to normal, that is. By the way, while I was in there, I heard some worrying things from the guards.
What did you hear from the guards?
I heard one of the guards talking about some sort of plan to raid Amada and the rest of us. I didn't hear anything else, but I think he read it on the security terminal. So maybe you can find more there. I'm sure it's bad news for us all.
Tell me about the rebels.
Most of them are just kids who are caught up in the idea of seeing the world. But I know we've got to actually open the vault if we want to survive. Otherwise, we're just going to dwindle away down here until it's all too late.
What happened down here?
It was pretty rough, I'll tell you. I know a lot of folks blame your dad, but I know he didn't mean to cause all that. Don't blame him or yourself.
I have to go now.
Watch yourself down here.
Mr. Broch. Long time no see, man. Don't know what he got thrown in jail for. I guess he's one of the rebels, which explains it. Let me read this real quick. Desk terminal. Confidential. Confidential. Top level security only. From Chief Officer. Subject. Raid on rebels. In light of increased agitation from the rebel elements, I have come to the conclusion that we can no longer afford to be merciful to this scum. While some may hold out hope for a peaceful resolution, it's only a matter of time before they decide to take the fight to us, or worse yet, our families. I propose a midnight raid into their compound. Live ammo, zero tolerance. Make an example of the first two who fight back, and the rest will fall in line. We may lose a kid or two, but we'll save the vault as a whole, and that's what counts. You are not to inform the Overseer and some of our softer security guards about this plan, as they will only object and ensure our defeat. Once the deal's done, they'll see it was worth the price. This'll show those scum what happens when you step out of line in our vault. Really now? That's gonna become important later. Let's walk along. We still gotta find Amada. That goes to the lower level. Well, I'm back. So what's up? This was where we made our escape, I think. Yeah. Certainly looks familiar. Freaking wasn't Jonas, like, right here? Man. Takes you back. Can't go through there, so I guess we have to go down this way after all. I'm hoping I'm going the right way. I think I might have gotten lost. I think that guy, like, didn't actually lead me to the right area. For a second, I thought that was the beeping of a landmine. Chip Taylor. Well, you got a jumpsuit on you. I guess the atrium is kind of where I'm supposed to be. Glance around here a bit more.
You don't belong. Oh boy, are you in trouble?
Tell me about the rebels.
What do you expect from idiots like them? I'm just glad I was done with Butch's stupid gang before they got involved in all this.
What happened down here?
You should have seen my pop. He personally saved old Stanley. But guess you wouldn't know what it's like to have a hero for a dad, would you?
I really almost wish he would attack me so I could beat the shit out of him. Let's head back to the upper level, see if we can get our way to Amada that way, because that's where Gomez took us before. Then got all confused, because, like, he stopped some... Nope, that's just... Huh. Well, where is he? Sorry, I'm getting a little lost here, like, I think Gomez took me the wrong way. And I'm also trying to do things a little bit differently this time around. Work, hard work is flappy work? Oh, happy work. But then they just cross it out so it just says work is work. Work is work. You are so smart. Security. Yeah, this was the jail cell. I think I just straight up never came this way before. Lower level is... I'm just getting really turned around in all this. Maybe this way? No, this is the Overseer's. That's the Overseer. Don't want to talk with him yet. Actually, let's have a chat with him, because we're right here.
Well, I see you've returned. Done with the dust and ruins of the wasteland, are you? Given up looking for Daddy? Thought you could just slink back in like a teen missing curfew? Well, that's too bad. You have no future in this vault. You're tainted.
Lay off the evil banter. I'm just curious about your side of all this.
Really? And here I had expected you to be full of bullets and bravado, but short on brains. Perhaps you've grown up since you left our vault. I regret the unfortunate events of that night, but I'm afraid that once your father left us, they were unavoidable. The sad truth is that his actions presented a real and direct threat to the future success of our vault, and so, regrettably, they had to be opposed.
Do you have any idea why my father left the vault in the first place?
I've spent many nights asking myself exactly that. He certainly didn't tell me before he left. I blame myself, really. I should have known better than to let him enter our home in the first place. He certainly showed his true colors in the end. Were he raised in the cleanliness of our vault, perhaps your father would have shown more dedication to the important things in life. Just as well that he left. We mustn't let humanity's last pure specimens be sullied with his type.
At least my father didn't hide from the outside his whole life.
No, but he didn't risk bringing you out into it either. You have to wonder, is that why he left you behind? He wanted to know you were someplace safe? And then, like a fool, you squandered the greatest gift he ever left you.
Why are they rebelling?
I just don't know. Don't they realize how dangerous it is out there? But instead they would throw away the safety of the vault's isolation just to follow in your footsteps. I can't allow them to do that to themselves or to the rest of us.
I believe I have the solution to the vault's problems.
To fix what you started? Go ahead and humor me.
I'll put a stop to the rebels. Just let me have a word with them.
You always have held a certain sway with them that neither I nor my guards have enjoyed. All right then, go to my daughter and convince her to leave this rebellious nonsense behind. What do you want?
I'll see what I can do.
Of course.
Guess the automatic talk started because I manually talked to him. I just gotta find my way to the rebels now. I don't think he's gonna lead me, so... This is not the right area. Now, for the record, I don't necessarily plan on stopping the rebels and making everybody stay here. Do not necessarily plan on that. The reason I said that was because my other options would end up ending the quest now before I could even go find Amada, who I'm still having trouble finding. Is that Gomez? Gomez, please tell me you're Gomez. Oh, thank God.
There.
Lead me somewhere.
As chance would have it, she was one of the first people to talk about life outside the vault after you left. No surprise. She always did like you. I hope you can talk some sense into her. Or maybe the two of you can come up with some other plan. Just be careful about it.
Lead the way, man. I'm gonna stay a comfortable distance behind you now. There's the asshole old man. I think he actually waits for me to get a certain distance behind him. Right, close to him. This is an entirely different direction, buddy. What are you trying to pull? I guess the first time, for some reason, it thought I wanted to go see the Overseer. I don't know. Something's going on over there. Potentially. Probably find my way from here. Oh, it's...
Why won't you just leave us alone? You've
that
done
guy.
enough damage.
Don't know what the hell he's doing here now.
Amada's up there. Amada's up there. In the clinic with the rest of them. I'd take you closer, but they don't get along with security. Good luck.
Alright. Let's take care of this.
Damn. Look who's come waltzing back into the vault. It takes some real balls coming back here after everything you and your dad screwed up. But if you've got to be back, might as well make yourself useful. You gotta help us.
Help? What kind of help?
What sort of help do you think I mean? You must have heard about the changes since you left, right? The deaths, the lies, the whole Overseer lockdown thing? Ringing any bells? Man, they'd have rushed in here long ago if they didn't know I stole one of their guns from when they issued martial law. Anyway, you gotta help us get out of here. You gotta help me get out of here.
Don't worry, I'm trying to help the entire vault.
Man, screw the entire vault. What about me? Even these rebels just want the option to go outside for lousy trading and stuff. I just want to get the hell out of here for good. Why stay here and be stuck as a barber for my entire life when I could go out there and make my own choices?
Butch, what do you do in the vault?
The damn goat said I'm supposed to be a hairdresser, but that ain't me. I'm a barber, you got that? There's a difference.
Yeah, you can get Butch to give you a haircut and, like, change your hairstyle, but... What do you think you're gonna do outside, Butch?
I'll start a gang, of course. Why, it'll be the toughest, coolest, badassest gang the Wasteland's ever seen. Hey, play your cards right, maybe I'll even let you join it, huh?
You have no idea how many gangs of idiot raiders are out there.
Well, they ain't seen nothing like me yet. Butcher's gonna take that Wasteland by storm.
Right. Why should I help you, Butch?
Because you've always been a goody two-shoes. So when I need help, it's what you're gonna do, right? You're gonna help Amada anyway, right? Just make it so we can leave the vault, and I'll leave and never bother you again.
What happened that night?
I heard old Stanley complaining a lot of the stuff down in the reactor got fried pretty bad. Nothing too bad, yet. But he's always worrying we'll lose air filtration or whatever. Of course, if that happened, guess we'd all have to leave the vault then, huh?
I'll be going now.
Catch you later. Maybe.
We now have the option to sabotage the vault in order to force everyone to leave. Doing that gets you nothing but bad karma, so not really worth it. Is this the right way? No. I discovered the answer is no. Also, something worth noting as I'm going through this. If you make your way to your room, which I might try to do, you can, Hi, people. If you make your way to your room, you can get the medicine bobblehead if you missed it before.
Hello.
And you can also pick a lock, which I'll probably be trying to find. Freddy Goldman.
Hey, good to see you again.
I can't believe they almost shot you.
I tell you, those guards are getting nastier every day. One of these days is going to turn real ugly. But I'll be ready for it.
Tell me about the rebels.
The Overseer thinks he's in charge of us just because it's his job? Well, nuts to that. We do what we want, and we want to open the vault.
What happened down here?
Paul got bit real bad by some of those rad roaches, but he thought he could tough it out. If we'd had a doctor to treat him, he might still be here.
I need to get going.
Bye.
Hey. Wow, you're back.
Tell me about the rebels.
I wouldn't call us rebels. I mean, we don't agree with the Overseer, but we still love the vault. We just want to try going outside, too.
What happened down here?
Mom and little Monica got caught in the fires. I tried to get them out, I really did. But it was just too hot. I know it wasn't your fault, but my dad doesn't think as highly of you. You wouldn't want to hear what he said he'd do to your dad, either.
I have to go now.
Yeah, see you.
You're alive!
Tell me about the rebels.
I hate that this whole thing has turned us against our families. But we just can't keep living down here forever. I mean, look at this place.
What happened down here, person who has Moira's voice?
A lot of security got wounded, and worse. In all the confusion, we still don't know who's responsible for some of them.
I have to go now.
Yeah, see you.
Oh my God, you're back! You got my message and actually came back.
I came as soon as I heard you were in trouble.
Oh, thank you. Everything's gone crazy since you left, and now that you're back, you can help set things straight.
You saved my life back then, Amada. The least I can do is help out now.
I just wish we could have saved more people. Jonas and the Hannons and so many others died that night. It was bad enough they died because my father was trying to keep the door closed. But then, I found out it was all to protect a lie. I found out the vault wasn't always closed. They've lied to us about it for our entire lives.
When I was a... What? How did you find that out?
After that night, I heard Wally's father say we should never have taken you or your dad into the vault. I found out the vault used to be open, but for some reason, they closed it off when we were babies and swore to hide that it had ever happened. But keeping that lie meant Jonas's death. And even though we know the truth, the Overseer still won't let us make our own decisions.
So why don't you just leave? It's not difficult, especially now.
It's not that simple. Just because Butch wants to leave this place behind doesn't mean the rest of us want to go away forever. It's our home, and we want to stay here. It's just that since you left, we started thinking maybe the outside wasn't something to be afraid of. But we can't even suggest going outside to communicate or trade at all. Not with the Overseer keeping us trapped down here. You need to stop him.
What happened that night?
The real problems came after you two left. The injured had nobody to turn to since our doctor had run off and his assistant had died. Now, we've got to rely on that old Mr. Handy for most of our medical needs, and he hasn't exactly got the best bedside manner. Ever had an examination from someone with cold, metal pincers? You don't want to.
They say you're threatening the entire vault's safety.
But the vault used to be open, and we're still here, aren't we? It worked back then, so why wouldn't it work now? No, they're just afraid we'll screw up and get hurt. They just won't accept that we can take care of ourselves.
I think I have a solution for the vault's troubles.
I certainly hope so. We can't keep going on like this.
I swear, I'll stop your father and his guards. Just watch.
You will? Thank goodness for that. No matter what I say, he just doesn't listen. He just spends all day up in his office. But you've actually been outside, so you can tell him what it's like with first-hand experience. Just, please don't do anything rash or hurt him, all right?
Sorry, I'm not promising anything. He'll be stopped, one way or another.
But he's still my father. He may have made terrible choices that night, but he's the same person who's always looked out for us before then. Maybe he has some reason. Just, please don't kill him. We've already had too many deaths.
Again, no promises, but...
Oh, it's good to see you're back from outside. It can be dangerous out there for someone your age.
Tell me about the rebels.
Oh dear, we aren't asking for anything special. The vault's been open before, but for some reason everyone tries to pretend it wasn't. I guess they try to forget the poor souls who never came back from out there.
What happened down here?
My poor grandson Jonas died is what happened. They say it was just an accident in all the confusion, but I know it was the Overseer.
I have to go now.
Oh, please be careful.
How may I serve you, Ma? Ah, another patient. What's it to be, eh? Appendectomy? Tonsillectomy? Hysterectomy?
So, Andy, what happened? All this blood?
Ah, yes, a rather unfortunate incident. In all the commotion, Miss Beatrice suffered a rather bad sprain in her left toe. The big one. Obviously, I had no choice but to amputate the leg. Yeah, I'm sorry to say the operation was not a success.
Wait, they made you the doctor?
But of course, with your father's departure from the vault and Jonas's untimely demise, the Overseer had to take swift action. And so he named me the new Vault Medical Practitioner. A marvelous decision, if I do say so myself. I am fully equipped, after all.
So what's your take on this whole situation?
Human problems for human hearth. I don't trouble myself with such petty affairs. My work is my life. And, as you can see, I've been quite busy.
If you're the new doctor, can you heal me?
Actually, no. I'm afraid I've been, what's the human term? Fired. I've been reassigned to cleaning detail. My first duty is, somewhat ironically, cleaning the clinic. But surgery was fun while it lasted.
I have to go now.
Of course. Don't let me keep you.
Just the jumpsuit. Medical data system. Remember, medical files are confidential. Patient files. Freddy Gomez. Freddy's VDS is getting worse. Most days, he can't even get out of bed. When he does manage to function, Freddy hides his insecurities and low self-esteem behind a bully's mask. Vault-Tec medical protocols dictate the prescription of anti-anxiety medication when Vault Depressive Syndrome is involved, but do I really want to string the kids out on chlorpromazine for the rest of his life? Stanley. Stanley continues to suffer from severe and chronic head pain. I've been feeding him aspirin like it's candy, but I'm reticent to give him anything stronger. He blames the lighting in his quarters, and though eye strain is certainly compounding the problem, the headaches are actually a symptom of overwork and lack of sleep. Knowing Stanley, and the schedule the Overseer has him on, the problem isn't likely to get better anytime soon, so it's aspirin indefinitely. Amada. Once again, the Overseer has insisted on being in the room for Amada's examination, throwing any inkling of doctor-patient confidentiality right out the window. I know he doesn't trust me, he never has. But I honestly believe the reason he attends his daughter's medical appointments is because he doesn't trust her. That's as ridiculous as it is sad. Amada's a great girl, and the chance of her doing something stupid, pregnancy, syphilis, whatever, is so unlikely it's not even worth mentioning. Alright, this is from, I think I was back when my dad was doing it, not, that's not anything new.
Enough to stay quiet, but not enough to risk doing anything.
Keep an ear out up there. They'll get sick of Father's lockdown eventually, and then we'll all take a stand.
I'll keep myself safe if you do the same, Amada.
I think... was it in the doctor's office? Yeah, it is. Okay. Whoops. Alright, broke a pick. Not a problem. Whoops. Becoming a problem. There we go. Bottle caps, home sweet home, schematics for the rocket launcher. Let me walk away from these people and I'll give this a listen.
Well, here we are. Nestled, all safe and snug inside Vault 101. It's so cold down here. Colder still with Catherine gone. Oh, Catherine. I so wish you were here with me. How the hell am I supposed to do this by myself? Live down in this hole. Take care of our child. But this is our life now. So I guess I'd better get used to it. The Overseer who runs the place is an overbearing bully. But I've dealt with worse.
Raid plans, we've already seen this. Also passport Stockholm, and the entrance is Amada. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm just OCD about this. And got those schematics there. Alright. We got a little bit of stuff from that, and got another tape recording of our father. I think it's time to go find the Overseer again. Pay him a little bit of a visit.
It's good to see you again. Hey, what's the word? I'm gonna barber the hell out of your hair.
Let me see, do I want anything different, actually? There we go. Bit better. Yeah, that's a bit more accurate. I'm clean shaven. Thanks for giving me a shave, Butch. Almost forgot your name for a moment there. Don't mind me. How's it look? Much better. Much more accurate. I don't have a beard anymore. Okay, now gotta find my way back to the Overseer. Now, I don't actually... Just spoil right now, I don't plan on killing him. There are obviously many ways you can do this. You can kill Amada, convince Amada to stay in the vault. Kill the Overseer, convince the Overseer to let them out of the vault. Or just sabotage the vault so they're all forced to leave. Doing any killing results in bad karma and I think very little other reward. Convincing results in good karma and some additional reward. Get the fuck up. Gotta talk.
You've got to convince them it isn't safe outside. What do you want?
I believe I have the solution to the vault's problems.
To fix...
The rebels are right. You need to open the vault.
Oh, do you? What makes you think you know how better to protect this vault?
You simply don't have enough people to stay isolated down here forever.
I admit, in the 200 years since the war, our numbers have dwindled a little. But we have enough genetic diversity for a few more generations. My God, you're right. We won't last another 100 years, whether or not we get supplies from the outside. We're the last bastion of pure humanity, and we're doomed.
Humanity isn't about pure genetics. It's about never giving up hope, even now.
I wish I could share your optimism, but I suppose you have a point in your blathering way. My way won't save our vault's mission, but if I let them contact the outside world, I might be able to save its inhabitants. But I'm not the one to lead them in that. I'm stepping down as overseer. I'll tell Amata that I can think of no more appropriate leader than she.
Did it. We're gonna follow him now, just to kind of watch the conversation unfold. Yeah, we did good. We got good karma. We'll be getting more rewards in a little bit. The other option was, since we picked up those raid plans from that computer in the cell, we could have told him about that, and then he would have been like, I can't keep security in line. I should not be overseer. And then he would appoint Amata as the overseer, and she would be like, we can leave. Fuck you, overseer. I love that. Oh, it's Gomez.
You don't belong here anymore.
Shut up! Oh, fuck you, man. Hopefully I can make it in time to hear the conversation. Good, but this guy's actually faster than me. I don't know why. I guess it's to make absolute sure he gets there before you do.
Amata, everyone, listen closely. After a discussion with your friend, I've made an important decision. In my attempts to keep us all safe, I have been, perhaps, overzealous. Lives have been lost, but perhaps worse than that, lives have been stopped. And in my attempts to keep you safe, I have kept you from growing up. I know I have made these mistakes, and I would make them again if I had to do so. That is why I cannot remain your overseer.
Father!
Amata, I appoint you overseer in my place. You've proven you have what it takes to make hard choices for the good of the vaults. I'm just sorry I didn't understand that earlier. Consider it one of many mistakes I've made.
Thank you, Father. I'll do my best to keep us all safe, inside the vault and beyond.
You're welcome, my dear. And now, if you'll excuse me, I feel quite worn down. We'll deal with the details soon, in private. Until then, I'm sure there are people waiting to congratulate you.
Is the place secure?
Why won't you just leave? What do you want?
Freely?
It's not safe. We'll talk later.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you again. I just heard. My father says he's stepping down as overseer. He won't tell me why, but I have to assume it's something you said to him.
I just had a little talk with him and explained a few things. All quite civil.
You and him? Civil? I expected you to change out in the wasteland, but not that much. But I guess we'll all be learning a bit about the outside now, won't we? As the new overseer, I'm planning on opening the vault. This time, for good. It's a bright new day for the vault, but I'm afraid there's one thing that has to change.
Whatever it is, I'm glad to help.
I know you are. And on behalf of the vault, I thank you for all you've done. But there are still many who blame you for everything that happened. So I have to ask you to leave. I'm sorry, but the situation is just too delicate for you to stay. Please, if you really want to help the Vault, you have to go.
I saved the Vault, and now you're kicking me out?
No, it's not like that. But if you stay, it'll just keep causing more problems. The Vault can't take any more infighting. It's just what has to be. It'll be a while before we're ready to really go outside. But once the Vault is stable again, maybe we'll see you out there. So, I guess this is goodbye for now. It's not much, but take this with you to remember us by. With luck, we'll meet again. I'm sorry, but you have to leave. Goodbye.
Hey, it's good to see you again.
Good to see you.
You don't belong here anymore.
You don't belong here anymore.
Way to interrupt the moment, level up screen. Way to interrupt the moment. It's kind of scoundrel, I guess. Just because it might be good to have a little bit more speech and barter. Now we're out of the vault forever. This time for real.